Let's see if 5 instances of Chrome open up again. 11 instances of Chrome. I really don't know what that's about. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Landrum High School, the site of today's JV basketball matchups between Landrum and the visiting Chapman Panthers from just only 10 or so minutes down the road. Definitely a local matchup spawned by the COVID-19 pandemic, of course, only division or really proximate games, and both teams have been cleared. We should be good to go. Starting the stream a little bit early tonight because we had some unflattering technical difficulties with the last one, so we're going to keep an eye on things. This is still very much a test stream for us, so if we have any technical difficulties, this is here for us to be able to sort those out, hopefully moving forward. But fingers crossed that we make it out of tonight without too many issues, and hopefully we'll see some good basketball as well. Just about 10 minutes removed from the opening tip. Stay tuned. No, that's intentional. That's what I need my phone for.
Oh, tell me what it is.
Just look up Landrum High School athletics. Right. Yeah, 6 minutes, so wait till they tip this off. All right, so here we go, ready for opening tip. And Landrum wins it easy and goes out of bounds real quick. And Landrum will retain possession. This is Pearl Holloway checking in. She gets over to Kaylee Cortez, and Landrum going to start looking for an opening here. They might have one. Oh, shot is blocked and rebounded by Chapman. We did not get a roster from Chapman quite yet. We'll be working on that as the evening goes on, but until then, 22 is about to take a shot from behind the line, and she cannot connect. Clock is at 5:34. The software we are using runs a little bit slow, so it may be off by a few seconds throughout the evening. This is Kaylee Cortez getting it out to, that's Naomi Corellia, and that pass is almost intercepted by Chapman, and now Landrum had an opening. Cortez goes to the inside and overshoots, rebounded by Landrum, and that was, man, I'm not sure who it was because there were two Cardinals right there. I think that was Savannah Brown with the first points of the game for Landrum. They're the home team. So give them the points.
2 points?
Yeah, 2 points. And we've got a rookie scoreboard operator today. Again, this is a test stream. We're testing out a lot of new equipment. Got a 2 monitor set up. That's the first for us. Trying to get everything running like a well-oiled machine towards 3. Trying to get everything running like a well-oiled machine for these upcoming varsity games. This pass is intercepted by Chapman. Got an open lane, and that pass is going to go out of bounds. Pearl Holloway is going to check in. And she gets it to Kaylee Cortez. Holloway and Cortez both played volleyball at Landrum. Oh, and that pass, man, 15 is taking names out here. And 15 sends it through without too much difficulty. All right, yeah, watch the scoreboard. Chapman's got 5. All right, and this is Cortez going straight up the middle, and we've got a traveling foul going against the Cardinals. Chapman up 5-2. 4:10 left to go. 4:10. Up, and I think we've got whistles for sure. All right. Oh, and that was Brown just going for the 3 herself. Can't get it, and I think, yeah, one of the Cardinals knocked that out of bounds. That was Olivia Clayton, and Chapman is going to retain possession. Still 5-2, 3:51 left to go. Again, our clock is a little bit slow, and 32 stepped out of bounds. Yeah, so it's going to go right back over to Landrum. Yeah, you got to use the timer set function right there. It goes minutes and then seconds. All right, this is Cortez. Not a lot of offense so far, almost halfway through the first quarter. And Brown gets it back to Cortez. Cortez going for the shot, and that one bounces off the rim. I think one of the Panther players hit it. And they're going to rule this in favor of Landrum. So, yeah, defensively minded first quarter here. This is Olivia Clayton checking in. And she goes straight up the middle. Tried to get it to Brown, and that one is intercepted by, I believe that's number 20 of Chapman, who sends it straight up, and then it's rebounded by Pearl Holloway. And we've got a stoppage. And we're getting our clock reset. And start. All right, and Cortez gonna go try herself again, and off the mark. Both teams struggling with those shots. Now 22 is wide open, and Cortez comes from behind and steals the pass. Oh, that's some football stuff. You gotta lead your receiver a little further down the court. All right, and Cortez gets it over to Brown. Brown looking for some kind of opening, and now Holloway is going straight up the middle, and we've got another fight for the ball. This one is going to go to Chapman. 2:57 left to go in a very defensively minded first quarter. I'm sounding like a broken record, but it has been wild. Not many points so far. And that one Oh, that was really close to going out of bounds. Great job by 34 to corral. Just lobs it up, and it's rebounded by Pearl Holloway. And it looks like she'll have a running room at least to the three-point line. And now tried to get it to 20, and then it bounces over to Savannah Brown. And now Brown looking for an opening, gets it all the way back to Holloway. And now Brown is open on the other side of the court. And finally rebounded by Naomi Correria. After all that, Landrum finally gets some more points on the board. 2 points for the Cardinals. And we've got whistles. And Landrum will hang on to the ball. Holloway checks it to Cortez. A little over 2 minutes now. And we got another stoppage. Landrum sent that one out of bounds. And timeout taken by the Panthers. We'll take a little break with them. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in quarter number 1. It's been an interesting one so far.
Yeah, I think I'm getting there.
All right, so we'll see what Chapman did with that timeout. Panthers up 5-4, closing in on the end of the first quarter. Hard to believe, at least score-wise. Usually see more points than this. And now Brown, thought about taking a three-point shot. And she gets called for traveling. Just hesitated a little bit, and that cost her. Chapman is going to get possession. We'll have to go all the way down the court. 22 looking for an opening, and Chapman's really going to have to push this thing, and they do get it across half court. 32 checks it to 15, who takes a shot from the free throw line, and that one is good. 2 points for the Panthers. Chapman extends the lead to 3. Cortez looking to do something about it. Gets it over to Olivia Clayton, who sinks the three-point shot. Tied game at 7, 1:42 left to go in the first quarter. And Holloway was looking for a steal, couldn't bring it in. And now Chapman looking for an opening here. Having to stick around right near that three-point line. 15 backs up and gets it to 20. Has a free shot and sinks it. So both teams finding some offense now. Oh, it looks like Landrum only has 6. One of their three-pointers counted as a two-pointer, so check that. 10-6, Chapman up by 4. 2-possession game, and got a whistle going in favor of the Panthers. 1 minute and 9 seconds left to go in quarter number 1. Whoa, and that pass was high, brought back in by 15, and Cortez just all over him with the steal. A lot of steals so far tonight. Both defenses playing very aggressively. This is Clayton with the layup. And she's able to bring that one in. Lead goes back down to 2, under 50 seconds now. And that was Clayton looking for another steal and almost got it, but now, get a number there. That was Naomi Correria knocking it out of the hand of number 32 of the Lady Panthers, but that one, they got a foul, so 32 is going to get a couple of shots. 43.3 seconds, the official time here on the court. And they missed the first shot. Trying to stretch the lead back out to 3 points. Landrum has not led all evening. And the shot is no good. Rebounded by Savannah Brown. And Landrum looking to set something up. They go straight over the middle to Holloway, and she misses. Rebounded by Correria, who hits the head of a Panther defender. We got whistles. Clock stops at 33.8. And Correria was fouled, so Landrum going to get a shot to go from the free-throw line. And okay, somehow or another, Chapman got a point taken away. It's 8-9 now. And Correria's first shot is off the rim. No, free throws are only one. Correria with a chance to tie the game up here, and the shot is no good. Bouncing around, rebounded by Chapman, almost went out of bounds. They're going to say it's good. Closing in on 30 seconds, we got a traveling penalty going against the Panthers. Clock stops at 29. Got a substitution for Chapman. 15's coming out, 4's coming in. Again, no roster provided by the Lady Panthers. We'll work on that at the quarter break. Savannah Brown goes for the three-pointer. It bounces off the rim, and now Chapman going to look to set something up. And, oh, man, a miscommunication. Two Panthers went for the ball at the same time. It's rebounded by the Cardinals, or at least corralled. And Cortez looking to set something up here. This is going to be the last possession of the game, or the quarter. And Savannah Brown probably about to just take a three-point shot. That one from inside the line, and it falls to the ground. So an exciting first quarter of play comes to a close. There was a lot of defense first, then some offense, and then went back to defense. Chapman up 9-8 at the end of the first quarter. All right, you're good. All right, and we are started already for the second quarter of play. Chapman up 9-8 after a very defensively minded opening to this game. And we got a new player in for Landrum. That was Jordan Higgins, number 22. Got it inside to Cortez, and it goes out of bounds. Clock's going to stop at 5:47. We'll get that reset here in a moment. And Landrum will retain possession. And they get it straight to Clayton, who goes for a shot and cannot reel it in. This is Naomi Cortez. She has had a lot of rebounds so far, trying to do it herself, and can't get that one. Rebounded by Chapman. Oh, and then stolen by Cortez. There was a race for the ball there at the end. We'll see who they give possession to, and it goes to Chapman. 5:33. And Landrum's coach is making some kind of call from the line. We'll have to see what that is. Could be something interesting coming up here for the Cardinals. Until then, Chapman going to do what they can to sneak inside that three-point line. Both teams have struggled from behind the line at this point. And now Chapman's going to get a shot, and they cannot connect. It's rebounded and then blocked. And Naomi Cortez has a free lane. Got one person to beat, sends it up, and that one is no good. Rebounded by, I believe that's Holloway, who sinks the layup. That is Holloway, and Landrum takes their first lead of the game, up 10-9. Oh, and I got to change the quarter. That is on me. It is the second quarter, not the first. And Chapman kind of dancing outside that three-point line, looking for some kind of window. They send it inside to one of the guards, and they just send it straight up. It is blocked by Holloway, and now Landrum looking to slow things down a little bit. Gets it over to Savannah Brown, who gets it to Cortez. And, man, that one I thought Higgins had a shot there from the three-point line. She sent it back to Holloway, and then we had just a scuffle for the ball and some kind of whistle. Landrum's going to hang on to the ball, it looks like. 4:26 left to go before halftime. All right, and Holloway may have to do this herself, and gets it over, but it's partially blocked, and now Landrum's gonna have to do some blocking, and they do. That ball is stolen by Holloway. So, nice catch by Savannah Brown, and Cortez sends it up, and very close to inking her first points of the game. Can't quite pull it off, and a little shoe shine action goes off the foot, and number 22 of the Panthers falls out of bounds. And we got a stoppage of play. All right, and we have got the Chapman JV roster with us. Number 4, Madison Blackwell. Number 5, assume that's Elizabeth Maloney. Number 10, Polly Arrington. Number 12, Shalia Proctor. Number 15, Grace McDaniel. Number 20, Katie Whitesides. And we got some action, so we'll get to those other names as we go along. That was Maloney with the shot there for Chapman. Finally able to get some points on the board for them. 2 points. Chapman back up by 1. Landrum looking to change that, and that pass goes off of Holloway's hands, and now there's another scuffle for it. Holloway's got a free lane. Can she sink this one? Yes, she can. Landrum goes back in the lead. Under 3.5 minutes left to go, and yet another scuffle for the ball, and they're going to send this one in favor of Chapman. Clock stops at 3:25. Yeah, don't rely on that too much, because every individual tip that's updated on the scoreboard. Yeah. 3:25 left to go. This is Madison Blackwell heading down the court for the Panthers. Gets it over to Grace McDaniel. She's had a big game so far. And that that shot is rebounded by Holloway, gotten over to Cortez, and now Landrum looking to make something happen. They get it over to Jordan Higgins, who is looking for an opening. Can't quite find one. And that pass is intercepted by Blackwell. Got one man to beat in Higgins and cannot pull it off. Falls down, but I think we got a foul shot coming up. And yes, Blackwell is going to get at least 1, probably 2. Blackwell's first shot is off the back of the rim. Nothing happening there. And Landrum making a substitution. This is Naomi Correria, had a nice first quarter. She's subbing back in. Shot number 2 for Blackwell is good. No, that's 1 point on free throws. And so we are tied back up for the first time in quite a while, it seems. And I think with those free throws, not only got Chapman some points, I think it gave both teams an opportunity to really catch their breath. They at least looked a little bit more composed coming down the line. Now Landrum looks to be under some stress. Cortez going straight to the inside. She's finally able to get her shot in. She has waited patiently on one, had a lot of misses, finally able to get one into the net. Landrum goes up by 2, and that shot is rebounded by Holloway, who gets it over to Correria. And that one almost intercepted, tipped by number 22 of the Panthers. And then gotten back by the Cardinals, and that one was Kaylee Farias Rodriguez, who checked into the game a few plays ago. Sent that one up, could not reel it in. And things slowing down a little bit here. 2:12 time left before halftime. 2:12, so both teams looking to make some kind of statement, namely trying to get some kind of offensive momentum going here, and Cortez can't quite do it there. Holloway is able to keep it from going out of bounds, and she sinks it. That one goes in favor of Landrum. Landrum up by 4 now, 16-12. Excellent. Landrum's points. They get 2. And a timeout taken by the Panthers with 2 minutes left to go. So as of now, if we are to say, okay, nobody scores by halftime, and we go in and everybody has their same offensive output in the second half, we are on track for a 32-24 final. That would be at least the lowest basketball score I have seen with my 2 eyes. So, I mean, that's really a testament to how well the defenses have been playing today. I mean, both offenses, I mean, they have had trouble inside the paint, from outside the paint, and yeah, and man, Savannah Brown is just towering over everybody and finally able to get one in for the Cardinals. 2 points for Landrum, 18-12 now. And this is, Katie Whitesides for Chapman gets it over to, it's Kayla Harden, and now another stoppage going in favor of Landrum. I think we had a traveling call there. And yeah, as I was saying, Landrum's defense in particular, and probably Kaylee Cortez on top of that. I mean, the steals have been off the charts. Cortez has been going after the ball every time it has made its way into the hands of a Chapman defender. And right as we say that, we've got another steal, and Cortez went right for the ball. So they're going to give this one to Landrum. 1:24 left to go in the opening half. Holloway going to check this in, looking for some kind of opening. Cortez is all alone on the line, and she's got it! That's going to count as 2 points for Landrum. And Landrum now with an 8-point lead after being down early to start this game. And this is Kayla Harden going inside and getting it back out to Katie Whitesides, who sinks it. Make it 20-14. Cortez going to send this one down the court. Under a minute now. And this is Brown. Thought about shooting it, gets it back over to Holloway. And Holloway almost lost it there for a second. Now Landrum just looking for some kind of opening or a play that they feel comfortable shooting with. Maybe trying to run this clock out a little bit too. Landrum up 6, closing in on 30 seconds. And Arias Rodriguez thought about taking a shot there. It is eventually stolen away by the Panthers. And now this is Grace McDaniel heading down the court, sends it over to Harden, who accidentally passes it to one of her teammates. That was Adeline West. And now another race for the ball. 15 seconds left to go. Holloway's headed down the court, trying to make something happen on what might be the last possession of the half. And nope, we got a whistle. And this one goes in favor of Chapman. So the Panthers are going to have the last hurrah here. 9.2 seconds left to go in the first half. And this is McDaniel, almost had that one stolen, and man, she just walked right by one of the Cardinal defenders. Was able to sink that one, no problem. And looks like somewhere along the line they actually counted one of Chapman's shots as a three-pointer. Oh, no, now they go back on it. So 20-16, the halftime score here in Landrum. It has been a really fun game, really fast-paced, and I assume halftime's going to be 10 minutes. We'll be back with you then. All right, and sorry about the delay. Second half underway. Haley Cortez going for the shot early, and yep, I thought that one hit Savannah Brown first. Perhaps that's a hazard of being the tallest person on the court, because that when those tip balls do go out of bounds, they go to the other team. Chapman looking to capitalize here, heading inside, and nope. There was yet another fight for the ball there. Cortez has not been content on giving that up without a fight. And Brown gets it over to Cortez, who sends it along the floor, and it eventually makes its way back to Brown. Pass is partially blocked and then brought back in by Chapman. This is Kayla Harden, who runs into her own player, somehow gets it to Katie Whitesides after the mix-up, and Whiteside sinks the layup for the first points of half number 2. Chapman cuts the lead 2-2. And Savannah Brown going to go for the three-pointer, cannot connect. Just a little off to the right. Oh, and a live ball. It's brought back in by Chapman for a split second. And that one, no good. That was Meloa Gravett with a three-point attempt. And now Cortez with a free shot, and no good. Just misses the layup. And we've got a traveling foul going against Brown. And Olivia Clayton able to sink one there. Oh, forgot to change it. We are not out of halftime. This is quarter number 3. All right, and yet another change of possession. This is Pearl Holloway who gets it to Clayton, and Clayton can't find some more points in this half. Oh, and a real scramble for the ball. It's eventually brought back in by the Panthers. And now Harden heading downfield. Oh, stolen by Holloway. How many times have we said that this evening? Again, very, very defensively minded first half, and it continues, but this time just kind of got away from Holloway on the way down the court. It's going to go to Chapman. Oh, and that shot is blocked, and McDaniel's able to bring it back in. McDaniel taking the shot, and that one is not going to work out. Rebounded by Chapman. Oh, so close. Just goes out of bounds. All right, and Holloway has the ball, looking to get it to somebody. Chapman defense is all over him. And finally finds a soft spot in the middle, and man, still bouncing around, and Clayton's able to sink that one. 2 points for the Cardinals. All right, and man, Cortez almost had another steal there, and that shot was partially blocked. She ran right into Savannah Brown. And now this is Clayton heading down the field, and I think she got fouled. Yep, so she's going to get a couple of free throw attempts here. Oh, Gentry? Okay. All right, and that pass stolen by Cortez. And, man, still on the move for the Cardinals, and Clayton's able to sink another one. And Landrum extends the lead back out to 8. That's the highest it's been all night. Another scramble for the ball. This one goes way up in the air. Holloway's able to come down with it, and Holloway sinks the layup. Landrum goes up by 10. All right, and Holloway able to come down with yet another rebound, and Clayton wide open, and she misses the layup. Might have thought about that one too much, and Landrum is able to rebound it. Holloway is going to take a shot from the free throw line. She can't connect. Cortez is able to grab it, and now I think it's going to go in favor of Chapman. Nope, we got a stoppage. And this jump ball is going to go in favor of... Well, we got a timeout. Maybe because Olivia Clayton needed to tie her shoe. I don't know if that is specifically why they called it. And we will see moving forward. Again, just been a really entertaining game so far. Landrum up 10, but I tell you, both sides have been going at it just left and right. It does not quite feel like a 10-point lead. It feels a lot less stable. Either team still could come back in a heartbeat and win this one. 1 minute and 13 seconds left to go on the official count. It means just 7-13 overall in the game. Chapman will have to find some offense in the very near future if they want to have a chance here. And Chapman will get possession on that jump ball. And Katie Whiteside's thought about going straight up the middle. Oh, I think that might have been a setup play. She charged and got Blackwell open after those outside defenders bit, and then just overthrew Blackwell. Would have had a wide open shot and could not connect. So now Landrum's going to get possession. Cortez heading down the field, or the court, I should say. And Holloway trying to break it inside, gets it over to Higgins on the outside. Higgins thought she had a shot, gets it over to Holloway, and now Holloway's on the outside, and not sure what that's about, but Chapman's going to get possession. 46 seconds left to go. Jackson, we see every individual update on there. Under 40 seconds now. Still struggling to get our clock ready. And that shot is rebounded by Holloway. Clayton is all alone, and she misses this one too. And Holloway rebounds that one, and she's able to get it to Cortez, and Cortez gets those points on. Now 30-18 for Landrum. This will probably be the last possession of quarter number 3. Katie Whiteside's going to try to do it herself from behind the line. Can't connect. Rebounded by Chapman. That was Adeline West. Able to reel that one in. She's able to hit the layup. Score goes to 30-20 in favor of Landrum as we go in on the fourth quarter. 30-20. I had the microphone off. I had the microphone off. And we're dropping frames. Oh, man.
Was it on now?
Now I'm hearing you say you had the microphone.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The bit rate itself, man, it's tough to say. All right, so we are back in, ready for action in the fourth quarter. We are experiencing some minor issues with our stream bit rate, so we could see some drop frames. Hopefully, everything stays in one piece. Fingers crossed. And had a little scuffle for the ball. 3:57 left to go in the game. The Lady Panthers are down by 14 points, and Landrum has possession. So now, again, I'm coming from football. I don't exactly know how much clock you can bleed on one possession in basketball, but I've seen enough to know that this is usually where teams start fouling the offense to try and make up some ground. And Landrum will give an opportunity to foul. That was Jordan Higgins right on the line. They're going to count it as a two-pointer. 38-22 for Landrum. Oh, and that pass goes off of the fingertips of Kayla Hardin, so Landrum going to get possession back. 3:36 left to go in the game. And Holloway gets it back to the outside. Higgins tries for the exact same shot again, can't quite connect this time. And another toss up there, and Holloway got fouled. So she'll have 2 free throw attempts. And somewhere or another, our score got reset by mistake. We apologize for that. And Holloway's first shot bounces in. And Chapman making, I think that was 2 separate substitutions there. And Holloway's second free throw is no good. Brought back in by the Lady Panthers and then blocked by Holloway. Holloway tries to shoot it, can't quite get in there. Again, all 10 players for both sides have been huddled underneath the rim, it seems, all night. Like you see right there, shot was blocked, brought back in by Savannah Brown, and Kaylee Cortez had a free lane, came in with too much heat, and somehow got it back. Man, I have lost count of how many steals Cortez has had tonight. It's got to be well within the double digits. And Savannah Brown able to sink that one in for the Cardinals. 41-22 in favor of Landrum, close to doubling Chapman now. And Whiteside's three-point attempt off the mark. Cortez with the rebound, heading downfield. Oh, and she stumbles. It's picked back up by Chapman, and that was Grace McDaniel tripping over Pearl Holloway. I think they're going to give possession to Chapman there. 2:35 left to go in the game. And Landrum making a substitution. Pearl Holloway comes out, Jana Holzheimer comes in, and that shot from well beyond the three-point line is no good, and the second shot goes behind the backboard. Landrum will get possession here. And no, they give possession to Chapman here, and they're going straight for the shot, and that one goes behind the backboard. It was partially blocked. Grace McDaniel was the one shooting, and this one goes back to Chapman as well because it was blocked by a Landrum player, a little cat and mouse. And this one goes off the, looked like it bounced off the shin of one of the Lady Panthers. Cortez is the one that ends up corralling it. She misses, and it's brought back in by Kayla Hardin. going down the court, trying to find some kind of opening. Gets it over to McDaniel. Yeah, and that is West wide open on the three-point line. She's able to sink that one. They're going to count that as a 2-point shot. 41-24 in favor of the Panthers, as we or in favor of the Cardinals, excuse me, as we tick below 2 minutes. And Holzheimer tries to step back, can't quite get the opening she wanted, sends it inside, and that one hits the ground. Savannah Brown with the attempt, and Brown was fouled, so she'll get 2 free throw attempts. Shot number 1 is no good. And shot number 2, nothing but net. That was perfect. 42-24 in favor of the Lady Cardinals. And Grace McDaniel trying to get some points on the board for Chapman. Nothing doing. Falls right back into the arms of Savannah Brown. And Brown, gets that one too. Landrum has a 20-point lead over the Chapman Panthers. It has been a rough and tumble game. Both teams struggle to find offense in that first half, but Landrum has just come alive in periods 3 and 4. And got a whistle. I think Landrum's going to retain possession here. And neither team seems to want to check this one in. Kayla Harden eventually goes over there. The official was kind of hanging out on his own for a little while. And still can't get this one straight. And it looks like Landrum will end up getting possession after all. Kelly Farias Rodriguez will check this one into Cortez. 1 minute and 13 seconds left to go in the game. Landrum looking to put this one away. And Savannah Brown gets it over to Cortez in the middle of the paint, and that's rebounded at the last second by Naomi Correria, who's able to sink it in. 55 seconds left to go. Landrum 2 points away from doubling Chapman. Whitesides has the ball slow and steady, and got a whistle. And they're going to get her for a traveling penalty. So both teams making some more substitutions, and they're actually going to say Chapman will retain possession. 45 seconds left to go in the game. And Grace McDaniel just drives to the inside and cannot connect. Rebounded by Farias Rodriguez, I believe. Cortez going down the court. Now backs out to behind the three-point line. Going to try to set up one last play. Under 30 seconds now. Back to Cortez. And the Chapman defense playing very, very tight now. Landrum hard-pressed to find an opening. Cortez going to try to do it herself off the backboard and then into the arms of Correria, who was able to sink a layup. Landrum up by 24 over Chapman. They have doubled the Lady Panthers. And Grace McDaniel going to try to get some more points on the board, and that will be how the game ends. Landrum wins in dominating fashion over the Chapman Lady Panthers in this JV basketball matchup. Your final score from Landrum, 48-24 in favor of the Lady Cardinals. But don't go anywhere. We will have a quick break. I believe the next game starts at either 7 or 7:30. We've got JV boys basketball coming up here shortly. We hope to see you then. Wait a second. Bit rate's crashing, but there's nothing we can do about it. Just hope it stabilizes. So,
Tip off.
well, yeah, as soon as they blow the whistle, just go. You'll know. All right. Well, good evening, and welcome back to part 2 of our doubleheader here at Landrum High School. The girls' match was earlier this evening. The JV Lady Cardinals beat the JV Lady Panthers by a 48-24 margin in what was a really, really exciting game that Landrum pulled away in late. We'll see if the boys' game is a little bit closer toward the end, and Landrum's going to get the opening tip-off. This is Franklin Davis heading down the court, and now goes back to Davis, who is looking for some kind of opening, gets it over to... This is Noah Hamlin, who gets it back over to Davis, who shoots from well outside of three-point range and almost gets it. Rebounded by number 11 of the Panthers. This is Matthias Scott. Looking to make something happen. They get it to the outside, and this is 11. Let me pull up my roster, and just over the rim. Rebounded by Scott. And that one is made. And Dalton Mahaffey with the shot there for the Panthers, 3 points on their end. All right, we're having some technical difficulties right now, doing what we can to resolve those. In the meantime, yeah, we're having some issues with frame skips right now, so we're going to turn off our clock for the time being because we haven't had any frame issues with football games. We're just going to test a couple of things out. So we'll be keeping score manually here. And Franklin Davis with the rebound there. Now Davis looking for some kind of opening downfield, finds it. Oh, and it was shut off quickly. Scott going for the layup and sends it to the outside. And now Chapman looking for something to do, trying to find some kind of opening. That was Sean Cunningham trying to send it over to one of his teammates and bounce it off the bottom of the rim. Oh, and that is Cunningham again, and this time he sinks it. Chapman's able to notch 2 more points onto their total. 5-2 in favor of the Panthers. And this is Franklin Davis trying to find some kind of opening in that Chapman defense. They've played quite well to this point. And sends it all the way across the court. Had a man open and sidesteps a player. Does number 23, Noah Hamlin. Cannot connect on the 3-point shot. This is Cunningham going for a 3 of his own and just off the rim. And it's rebounded by Chapman, so we'll have another chance here. And 11's pass, that was Daniel Johnson. Sends that one out of bounds by mistake. Trying to get it to Matthias Scott. Landrum will take over. 3 minutes and 29 seconds left to go in the first period. And Davis gets it over to number 15, who gets it to 24. 24 goes straight up the court, and he's able to sink one. Oh, and another takeaway by Mastroy. Sends it over to Hamlin, and Hamlin's shot is blocked. That's Matthias Scott able to get in there. And now Scott's headed down the court, gets it to Cunningham, and Cunningham with a lot of movement and just bounces off the rim, but it looks like he got fouled. So he'll have 2 free shots. Goes through with that issue. And the second shot is rebounded by Noah Hamlin of the Landrum Cardinals. Gets it over to Mastare. Work on the pronunciation, try and get that in. And Hamlin going for the shot from inside the paint, and he's got it. Game tied at 6. This is still going. Still sorting through some technical difficulties right now. That pass intercepted by Sean Cunningham. And Cunningham able to sink the layup. Chapman gets the lead out to 11. There was a 3-pointer we missed. And Hamlin's pass is blocked out of bounds. Landrum will hang on to the ball. And it looks like the Cardinals took a timeout there, and we will take one with them, try and get everything figured out on our end. And nope, there was no timeout. Now Franklin Davis has been their primary distributor and just trying to find some kind of opening in this Cardinal defense, or in this Panther defense. This is Dylan Ballou. Gets it over to, that was Chandler Thompson, almost unable to handle the pass, and that pass almost intercepted. Franklin Davis' shot is good, but I think we had a foul before that. Indeed we did. Chapman will hang on to the ball. Chapman up 14-6. We close in on the end of the first quarter. Under 40 seconds to go. Landrum with the takeaway. This is Noah Hamlin headed down the court. And Hamlin gets it over to Thompson, who gets it to Davis. Davis is wide open on the bank. And had a jump ball. This is going to go in favor of Chapman. Jacob Cogdell will check it in for the Panthers. 23.6 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Oh, and that pass deflected and eventually intercepted by Landrum. Davis gets it over to Hamlin, and Hamlin is fouled. And Hamlin will get 2 free throw shots, or no? And actually, it looked like they were lining up in a free throw formation, and they didn't. And so this will be the end of the first quarter. Chapman up 14. All right, well, hopefully for the time being, we've got some of those technical difficulties sorted out. Again, we have no idea what causes that, why it happens, or really how to prevent it. That's the second game in a row it has occurred. So we apologize for the inconvenience. Current score is 17-6 in favor of Chapman. They inked on an extra 3-point shot. We are into the second quarter now. 3:39 time remaining. 3:39. All right, so Landrum looking for some kind of answers. That was Blaine Silver. Couldn't connect on the bank. Shots rebounded by Landrum. Davis gets it over to a new player. This is number 12, Wesley Shipman. And Wesley Shipman able to sink that one. No problem. Score goes to 17-9 in favor of Chapman. Chapman turns it over. It's rebounded by Landrum. Good job of Chapman to keep that one in play. And now got whistles. I think that's going to be a foul. Charging. it looks like there will be no foul. 2:53 left to go. We will get the clock turned back on at halftime. And that was Daniel Johnson taking a bank shot. Could not connect there either. So even though it feels like a lot, the deficit only 8 points. Not insurmountable for Landrum, but they will need to find some kind of offensive momentum, and maybe they'll have an opportunity to scheme a few things up here in this timeout. It was taken by Chapman. We will take one with them. All right, so out of that timeout break, things going just as planned for Chapman. They get a steal early. Daniel Johnson able to hit that one from outside the paint. Chapman extends the lead back out to 10. 2.5 minutes left to go in period number 2. That one was rebounded by Landrum. Franklin Davis, football standout here at Landrum High School, sends that one out of bounds. Didn't look like that was intentional. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left to go in the first half. Daniel Johnson subs out. Which should be Dawson Walters coming in. Waters, excuse me. And Chapman sending that one to the inside, gets it back outside to Jacob Cogdell, and got whistles. It was Nigel Pate with the shot, but I don't think it would have counted anyway. Chapman will hang on to the ball. Nigel Pate looking for some kind of opening. Sean Cunningham, who had a big first quarter before the issues struck the stream down. And Cunningham not quite able to add on to his point total there. And, man, that was a really good fake from Nigel Pate. Landrum not fooled too much, though, and bounces off the shin of Coleman Gray. They're going to get him with a traveling penalty regardless. So Landrum will get possession of this one. 91 seconds to do something before halftime. Landrum trying to find some kind of offensive momentum here. Only 9 points through 2 periods. And looking to get a few more here that was Mark Baker finally able to knock some on for Landrum. They're over double digits, 19-11. And Scott walked out of bounds with that one, so Landrum is going to have some nice positioning. Noah Hamlin will check in for the Cardinals. They'll get it to Franklin Davis. And Davis takes it inside, sends it. Oh man, 15 was all alone. That was Mario Gonzalez. Had a chance to sink the three-pointer, could not reel it in. And a lot of chasing after that rebound. It eventually goes out of bounds. Franklin Davis is the last to touch it, so Chapman will take over. 63 seconds now. Panthers, they have made a lot of substitutions on offense so far. This is Matthias Scott sending it inside. Taylor Hillstock there with the shot, falls to the wood. 52.5 seconds left to go. Franklin Davis will check in for the Cardinals. Davis gets it over to Gonzalez, who gets it to Hamlin, and Hamlin has all day to shoot that one, and he misses. It's rebounded, though, by Mashtare. And he was fouled. He'll head over to the line. Scoreboard has it at 19-13 now. And shot number one is good. So it's effectively a three-pointer for Landrum. Lead is down to 5. And that one bounces off a Chapman defender on a pass gone awry. Landrum will take over. 30 seconds left to go in the first half. The Cardinals have a chance to get this within 2 on this possession alone. Mashtare gets it over to Baker. Baker looking to make something happen. Hamlin is alone again and shoots it. Got it! 19-16. Can Chapman get their lead back out to 2 possessions before the break? Jacob Cogdell almost sent it out of bounds. Time running out. And the clock will stop with 7.5 seconds. Jump ball goes to Landrum. They will have one last shot to tie this up before the break. And no, they're going to give that to Chapman, actually. Matthias Scott will check in. Cunningham all alone on the line, and he's got it, no problem. Miscommunication amongst the defense. Landrum will just didn't even have a chance to heave it there. So the Cardinals will go into the break down 8, but not for lack of trying. It looked like they had a chance to really go in with some momentum, and instead they left Cunningham open on the 3-point line, and he was able to shoot it with just a couple of seconds remaining in the first half. So we'll take a break with them. Panthers up 16-22, back in 8 minutes.
Isn't there something called the double?
Well, we are back and ready for action after a tumultuous first half for both Landrum, Chapman, and us. But I think we've gotten all of our technical difficulties ironed out for the time being, and we are set and ready to go. Landrum starts off the half with a turnover, and Matthias Scott will send this one down the court. And Sean Cunningham all alone gets it over to Daniel Johnson, who goes for the bank shot and cannot hit it. Franklin Davis with the rebound, and man, he hurls that thing down the court. And Noah Hamlin tried to go for the layup, and he got hammered on his way back down to the ground. Shot was blocked. And looks like Hamlin was indeed fouled. And the Cardinals are able to notch their first. Oh. Yeah, I keep trying to change it on my end. I'm sorry. Yep. Cardinals able to notch their first points of the second half, and can't do it again. Lead is back down to 5. Matthias Scott looking to extend it a little bit for Chapman. Gets it over to Sean Cunningham, and he finds a man all alone on the side. Shot is short and rebounded by number 25. That's Mark Baker for Landrum. And Davis looking for someone to throw to. Gonzalez is open on the other side of the court if he can get it there. And got a turnover. Chapman will take over. Daniel Johnson will check in for the Panthers. And Scott sends it straight to the inside, and that one is off the rim. Shot was by Coleman Gray, and now Landrum looking to get across half court for the time being. I think we're going to have a foul against... And we got a timeout taken by the Panthers. 4:52 left to go. This game has been much more of a chess match than the last one. It has moved along a lot more deliberately, I'd say. The pacing has been set to a much slower tone. 4:52, the official count left to go. And Landrum's actually going to retain possession after that whistle. So we'll see what they can draw up here. And they get it over to Gonzalez. He was open for a split second. Oh, and tries to get it to the inside. It is taken away by Chapman. Cunningham gets it over to Scott, who gets it. Man, 22 was open. And he misses. Passes short and just barely went out of bounds. Brought back in. And Landrum eventually gets a hold of it, and it's intercepted again. Daniel Johnson this time gets it over to Cunningham. He'll have a second chance, and he capitalizes on this one. Lead goes back out to 7. And another takeaway forced by the Chapman defense. That was Dalton Mahaffey. Or correction, that might have been Daniel Johnson. And Landrum trying to put some points on the board, nothing doing, but I think Chapman knocked that one out. And Landrum will at least retain possession. And actually, no, they're just lining up in that formation that looks like they're starting a free throw. So Landrum's got the ball, and that one is blocked on the send-in, and eventually taken away by Dawson Waters. Or no, check that, it's Coleman Gray. And Gray sends it over to Cunningham, who sends it over to a new player. Not sure who that was. think that is Ryan Hunter. And it eventually goes out of bounds. Landrum will get the ball. And I can see Davis load up. He thought about sending that one all the way down the court. And got a free man in Baker, and with the faux alley-oop, that was something else. Gonzalez hit it off the rebound, but it never touched the floor. Oh, and another takeaway here. This one back into the hands of Baker, and man, one of those Panthers, I think that was Mahaffey, came in like a screaming bullet and took that pass away. Defensively minded third period to this point. And Jack Clark was fouled at some point, so he'll get an extra shot or two. 3:07 left to go. And shot number one is off the rim. And shot number two is as perfect can be. Lead is down to 6 after the free throw. Can Chapman extend that lead further, or will Landrum continue to make their way back into this one? Pass was tipped, but tipped by a Landrum defender. It was Jack Clark, so no harm, no foul there. Chapman gets it effectively where they were. And man, that was a great defensive play by number 24, Brandon Mastere. And actually, no, they're going to say he fouled Coleman Gray there, so it'll be a free throw attempt there. Shot number one is perfect. And shot number two goes in as well, 28-20. Oh man, I forgot to update. Hang on, don't move the mouse here for a second. I forgot to update the correlations between the text files that update the score. So the scoreboard on the screen hasn't been updated. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. 28-20 in favor of the Panthers. 2:48 left to go in the game, or in the third period, I should say. Davis looking for an opening. Might have one on the sideline, and no. That was Wesley Shipman, well short of the three-point attempt. Scott gets it over to 10, was wide open. That's Ryan Hunter with a perfect three-point shot. 31-20. Chapman starting to pull away here. Dylan Ballou gonna look to make something happen. Loses the ball, gets it back, and sends it to the inside. Shipman misses the layup, rebounded by Ryan Hunter, who gets it over to Scott. And Chapman trying to find something in that defense. And they got Johnson open, and he cannot connect on the bank shot, but it's rebounded by Gray, and he gets it in. Make it 33-20. And we got a timeout taken by Landrum. So with 7 minutes and 46 seconds left in the entire game now, Landrum takes over. Dylan Blue open in the corner and now gets it back to Davis. Now back to Blue, and he's thinking about going back to Davis. Little hot potato, I suppose. And now Davis going to try to do it himself. Goes inside, and he lost the ball into the hands of Matthias Scott. And now Chapman almost able to hit that three-pointer. That was Hudson Moss. And that one falls to the ground. Jack Clark dove on top of it. Davis gets it over to Baker, who goes long and gets it to, that was Noah Hamlin. I don't know how Hamlin came down with that. That was an impressive play. And Hamlin was fouled towards the end of it.
Noah Hamlin, 23 at the line for the Cardinals. Shoot 2.
Shot number 1 goes in, no problem. Lead goes down to 12. And this shot is no good. Rebounded by Daniel Johnson of Chapman. Makes his way over to Matthias Scott. And now Scott sends it to the outside, and Cunningham had that one batted up. Looks like Chapman will retain possession. Scott headed inside. Chapman almost lost that one. And Landrum defense playing fast so far. Oh, and they left Johnson wide open. And they can't connect. Ball bounces around and is rebounded by Dylan Ballou. Ballou going for the shot, and he can't get it. Bounces off the rim, rebounded by Sean Cunningham. And Scott really trying to find a way to get out of those blocks, and they take a timeout to help him. Back in 30 seconds.
60 seconds. Right. Thank you.
Interesting initial formation there from Chapman. It sorts itself out. I don't know that Matthias Scott has actually attempted a single bucket tonight. He has probably held the ball more than any other Panther, but he has been really just the mailman, essentially, gotten it where it needs to go, and it has worked well to the tune of 33 points so far, and goes to Scott again. And Scott thought about shooting it, gets it. Oh, and some cat and mouse goes awry. Stolen away by Shipman, and he's finally able to get one in. With 0.8 of a second left in period number 3, Landrum is able to cut the lead down to 10. They can make it 9. Nine-point lead. That is how things will look, or maybe not. Oh my, that was close. Dalton Mahaffey almost had it. They left him all alone there in the corner. So Landrum avoids a little disaster there at the end of it, and will go into period number 4 with 6 minutes to make up 9 points. And they've got the momentum to be able to do it. Do they have the execution? We'll find out here in a moment. Alrighty, so start the 4th period. Chapman burning some clock, it looks like. And nope, now they're moving quickly. They got it inside to Gray, and he fumbles. Picked up by Landrum and headed down the court now. Not a ton of urgency for the Cardinals. They don't need it, only down by 9. They can make that up. And this is Shipman getting it over to Blaine Sylvie, who almost had it, and it falls into the hands of the Cardinal. That was Chandler Thompson with the rebound, but eventually he's turned over, and Sean Cunningham with an impressive layup to get the lead back out to 11. Jack Clark gets it off to Shipman. Landrum now with a lot more ground to make up, and Shipman almost had it. That would have been one of the most impressive shots of the night. And Dalton Mahaffey sends it across the court, and that one is good for Coleman Gray. Chapman opens this quarter up with, oh, maybe make it 6 straight points. Oh! And the commentator's curse strikes again. I was about to say maybe make it 6 straight, but Johnson lost his handle on the ball, and Cunningham sends it out of bounds, trying to get it to Scott. So Chapman is able to open up the quarter with 4 unanswered. But their momentum seemed to stop as soon as I caught on to it, such is the commentator's curse. Franklin Davis gets it over to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez has a lane, and now he gets it to the outside. They bit, and man, 2 shots. 3rd time's the charm for Landrum. No, it is not. It is for Chapman, though. Dalton Mahaffey finally able to get the rebound there. And, oh man, I think Matthias Scott was about to get a shot in, and he got fouled. And Scott will check in, 37-24 in favor of the Panthers. Situation becoming dire now for Landrum. And that will help him, rebounded by Franklin Davis. Landrum looking for a way to break inside that Chapman defense. And man, that was, Davis just sent it straight up. Easy grab there for Coleman Gray. Under 4 minutes now. Matthias Scott sends it over to Johnson, who gets it to Gray, and that pass is knocked away. And Johnson almost rebounded it, but it went out of bounds at the last second. So Landrum will take over. Franklin Davis to check in. Man, they said not today on that shot. That was an impressive block. And that pass tipped and brought back in by Franklin Davis. He's going to shoot from the paint, and he's got it. Approaching 3:30 to go. That pass intercepted. And Rose Mashtere got fouled on that one. So he'll get 2 shots. If he makes both of these, Landrum will be right back where they were at the start of this period. Lead is at 11. They can cut it to 9. Shot number 1 is good. And shot number 2 is good. Lead is back to 9. Chapman looking to get it to 11 or even 12. And Matthias Scott somehow got out of that double block. That was impressive. And I think Gray got fouled. And that pass almost intercepted. And they send it to the inside. Gray is blocked. That was Baker, and had a whistle somewhere, and the Landrum sideline started celebrating. And indeed, it looks like Hamlin got fouled. And Chapman takes a timeout, trying to make him think about it a little bit. 3 minutes and 12 seconds left to go. Landrum has an opportunity to at least crack 30 on this free throw attempt. We'll see what they're able to do. The lead will be down to 7 if they can get this free throw attempt sorted out. Hillman trying to bring the Cardinals within 7 in the closing stages of this game. Shot number 1 is good. 37-29. Two straight free throws there for Hillman, and Scott sends it out of bounds by mistake. Landrum's going to have some really nice positioning. 3:08 left to go. And they're going to check this to Davis behind half court, and now they've got it inside. They send it back to him, and Davis just sends another one straight up. Gonzalez is open there for a second on the outside. Now they get it to Baker. He's able to sink it. Man, that was a nice shot. 37-32. Oh, and that one almost got a pile, and Landrum's able to come up with it. Mario Gonzalez has the ball, and after all that, it goes out of bounds, but I think it hits Scott first. And indeed, Landrum will hang on to the ball. Oh. Okay, well, Davis is going to get another chance to check that one in, I guess. Sent it in, and the Chapman player batted it right back. All right, and Landrum's able to get it in play this time. And Gonzalez is wide open for the bank shot. No! Off the rim. This is Dalton Mahaffey. Oh, Cunningham is all alone. Goes to the inside, and he's got it. Lead goes back out to 7. We got a technical foul against Gonzalez. Or against Chapman, I should say, excuse me. And Gonzalez misses. And shot number 2 is off as well. The lead remains at 7. 2:16 left to go in the game. Landrum now starting to get into desperation time. They're going to have to find something because Chapman is more than likely going to start burning clock here on these next few possessions. Gonzalez thought about shooting it, gets it back out to Davis. And now Davis gets it to the inside, and that one intercepted by Chapman. Coleman Gray there. Oh, and Gonzalez gets it right back with a big-time takeaway. This is Mastre sending it inside to Hillman. Or no, that's Baker, and Baker's able to get it back within 5 now. Oh, and Matthias Scott gives it up. This is Hillman. And Hamlin's got it. Landrum is within 3 points now. Oh no, and Dalton Mahaffey was all alone, and he misses. Landrum has the ball. This is Hamlin. Headed up the court, trying to find his footing, going for the three-pointer. Game tied! What a shot from Noah Hamlin! Can Landrum hang on and send this one into overtime? And Scott, man, I think he had an opportunity to shoot there. And this is Ryan Hunter, and oh, it bounces out of the rim! And Landrum's trying to go for the jump ball. 56 seconds left to play. Man, and am I glad we got our technology sorted out, because this would have been one heck of a game to miss. This has been something else. 39-39. This one's going to go down to the wire. Scott looking for an opening. Got one in Mahaffey. Oh, Hunter was wide open. And they close that window quickly. This is Johnson, and Johnson can't pull it in. Franklin Davis with the rebound. 40 seconds left to go. Landrum maybe thinking about burning some clock, and we get a timeout. Landrum takes a timeout. 39 seconds left to go. Man, what a game, and credit to Landrum, even if they're not able to pull this off, for being able to come back in what I think was about a minute and a half, down 7. That was impressive. Yeah, off the top of my head, I don't think Landrum has led in this entire game. And if they did, it was early in the first quarter. So if they're able to take a lead here, even if just for a moment, that would be absolutely monumental and a testament to the resilience of both the players and this coaching staff. They have done a great job of clawing their way back into this game. Noah Hamlin will check in for the Cardinals. 39.6 seconds left to go. And yep, here you go. Landrum moving very slowly, gonna start burning that shot clock for everything that it's worth, I imagine. Just playing a little hot potato right now. Chapman doing what they can to try and force a turnover, and they got it! This is Daniel Johnson, and that shot is no good. Rebounded by Landrum. Ball is loose, and that one is going in favor of the Cardinals. 19.8 seconds left to go. This is a player we have not heard, nope, check that. I think that's Mastre on the line with a chance to put the Cardinals in front. He's got it! Landrum has their first lead of the game. 19.8 seconds. They'll have another shot. They can get it to a 2-point game here. And Masture's good there too. Braden Masture. Clock ticking down for Chapman, and Scott sends that one out of bounds. That could be the game. That has been an issue for Chapman in the second half, a big issue. They have sent it out of bounds on passes multiple times. And it really comes back to bite him here. Franklin Davis got to get it past Dalton Mahaffey here. And they are able to hang on to the ball, and Mastre gets fouled. Chapman looking for anything at this point. 13.5 seconds left to go. 2 shots coming up for the Cardinals.
Number 4, Nigel Payton checking back in from Chapman. Good shot coming up on the opposite place. For the Cardinals,
Jackson, the camera. You heard the break chant from somewhere in the crowd. It did not face Mastre. Able to sink that one in. Lead goes out at 3. 42-39.
This is this. They can still
To make it a 2-possession game. No! Oh, it's rebounded by Landrum. Franklin Davis takes it! 2-possession game, 5 points, 44-39. Chapman, 4 seconds left to go. Game is out of reach now, and the Landrum Cardinals with a wild come-from-behind victory. What a win! What a game! And your final score, 44-39. And the Landrum Cardinals with an improbable win over the visiting Chapman Panthers on a Monday night. What a game! That was something else. Down by 11 at multiple points. I know they were down 7 going into the 4th period. Man, what a game. Well, and everyone's starting to phase out. I guess that'll do it for us too. Signing off for Spartanburg School District 1, I'm Luke Ruff. We apologize for those technical difficulties early in the start of this game. Glad we got them sorted out because it was quite an event. Your final score, 44-39, Landrum wins.